What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. The context in which I am filming this video is pretty interesting. I just watched it snow about 5 inches in the span of 30 minutes, and Bozeman, Montana, which is the city that I live in, got completely shut down because of this storm. The entire power grid went down. I have no energy in the house, so I can't charge my electronics. My phone is about to die, the phone that I work on all day. You know, I'm supposed to be working right now. I'm supposed to be having calls. I'm supposed to be getting things done. My computer has about 80% battery life, so there's some good things that I can get done on that. And my camera has a 70% charge. So I'm gonna film this video in what I think is the perfect context to make exactly the point that I wanted to make in today's video. And that is how to actually go about changing your life in 2026. Because the new year is right around the corner, and it's right about the time where everybody starts to get really relaxed. Let's be honest. The holidays are the time where people put on the most fat, they eat the most terrible foods, and they tend to just let go in the name of, oh, it's the holidays, let's try to relax. Let's just have a good time, spend it with family. And oftentimes this means throwing all discipline and consistency out the window. I'll start working out again once the new year rolls around. I'll start paying attention to my nutrition once again when the new year rolls around. And what people start to do is they just start to push off thing after thing after thing, saying, hey, I don't want to pay attention to this right now, and instead I am going to do everything that is hard to do later. All right, I have this set date for it. I'm going to get started later. I'm going to start making New Year's resolutions for myself as to all the new things that I would like to incorporate into my life that are going to change my life, that are going to make next year different than this year, instead of actually starting to put the work in today, instead of actually starting to put the work in right now. The truth is, the people that actually set New Year's resolutions and say, new year, new me, I'm finally going to start acting differently and affect the change in my life that I've always wanted, the change that's going to get me out of these destructive habits, that's going to keep me from feeling lonely, that's going to make me feel productive. I'm going to stop scrolling. I'm going to stop eating the terrible foods. I'm going to stop playing the video games or watching the TV, whatever it is. I'm here to tell you that if you are that type of person that pushes off the things that you know that you need to do, then you have successfully created a character that is not going to succeed. You have successfully turned yourself into someone who will not do the work required to actually affect change and make progress. So you might be thinking, okay, Brandon, how do I go about breaking this pattern of always pushing things off, saying that I'm going to do something in the future, instead of actually implementing it as soon as possible? The answer is action. And the answer is saying, I don't care what the timeline looks like. I am going to put in the actions every single day. And it looks like my power just came back on miraculously. Oh, now it's out again. That's hilarious. This is totally unscripted. The power just came on and then went right back out again. My power's back on now. I'm excited. I'm happy. I should be able to get back to work once this is over. But I want to finish out this video, and I want to give you guys the 2 things that are going to be incredibly important to implement in the new year in order to make sure that you actually affect the change that you are so desperate for, the change that is going to have the greatest impact on your life. Number 1 is going to be understand that you are so deeply invested into this character that you have created that is constantly pushing things off, that the only answer is to start implementing the habits that you know that you need to do every single day. Okay? So starting to implement the very, very basic rudimentary things like waking up early in the morning, watching your nutrition, making sure that you're hitting your workouts every single day. Those little things that a lot of people think, oh, it's not really that big of a deal if I miss a workout today, or it's really not that big of a deal if I eat one meal out. When you start to see life through that lens, that the little compromises that you make are not a big deal, you will notice that it erodes your foundation, and over time, you will start to make bigger and bigger compromises. And it's the same exact reason why you have gotten to the point that you are in right now, where you can't seem to break out of this hole, this rut that you are stuck in, and actually change things for once, okay? So start with the really, really small habits, the ones that are easily implementable, and start to collect wins throughout the day, starting as soon as you wake up in the morning. And as time goes on, what you'll notice is that momentum starts to build. And as that momentum starts to build, the bigger tasks are no longer extremely daunting, because you already have this momentum that you've built up throughout the day of keeping the promises that you make to yourself. Okay, the second thing that I want to leave you with, which is exactly what I did as soon as the power outage hit Bozeman a couple of hours ago, is I decided to work on the things that were actually going to affect change in my life that I knew that I could actually work on. Because I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of things that I need to do in my daily life. And what I could have said is just, oh, I don't have any internet, so I can't hop on the call, so I'm just not going to work. And I'm just going to bum out on the couch. I'm not going to do anything. That is what most people will do. Is they decide, oh, if there's something holding me back from doing the work, like if I can't for some reason get to the gym today because my car broke down, I'm just simply not going to do it. They don't think, oh, I could be working out at home, or I could be doing something better with my time, something that I still can do. For example, with the power outage today, I grabbed my laptop and I just started writing out scripts. I started preparing for a lesson that I have to deliver on Wednesday. I'm fully capable of even whipping out a pen and a piece of paper and writing down my thoughts for this lesson, and that's going to help me in the future. But I'm focusing on the things that I can actually do. I'm not focusing on what's keeping me from doing what actually needs to be done. I'm constantly in a state of saying, hey, I'm going to put the work in no matter the context, no matter the situation that I'm in, no matter if I don't have internet or if I don't have power, if I don't have access to my phone, I'm going to find a way to put the work in that I need to do. And I think that that's exactly what you guys have to start doing as well. Because the truth is, everybody gets so caught up on the shit that doesn't matter. They get caught up watching the news, learning about things that are going on across the world that have no effect on their day-to-day life. And they lose energy dumping it into thinking about those things. They use that as an excuse to not actually affect change in their own life and do the things that they need to do in order to actually make progress. When the power is out, I immediately know that there's 3 to 4 different things that I could be doing. When you're somebody who's constantly distracting yourself with the other things that are going on in life, and you can't actually sit back in your own life and realize, okay, what do I need to be working on right now? What is the thing that I can direct my energy towards that's going to have the most effect on my life tomorrow? If you don't have the ability to do that, if you're so caught up in distracting yourself from absolutely everything, you are not going to get anything done in the year of 2026. It is going to be a wasted year yet again for you. You're not going to lose the weight that you want to lose. You're not going to get into the shape that you want to get into. You're not going to get the girl that you want to get so bad. You are going to stay stuck in the exact same position. Why? Because your energy is going towards the things that don't fucking matter. Your energy is going towards the life-sucking things. So I want you to ask yourself, what are the excuses that I am making on a daily basis as to why I cannot do the things that are actually going to affect change? Because oftentimes it's the distractions that are in the way. It's the little things that you tell yourself are important, but actually that have no impact on your life as a whole that are dragging you down the most. All right? So in 2026, I really call on you to, number one, understand that there is certain things that are within your control and certain things that are not in your control. Do not focus any energy on the things that are not within your control. Instead, do the best with what you have and with what you have been given in the situation that you are in. And number two, stop making the excuses. Stop pushing things off time and time and again. And understand that procrastination has literally become a part of your personality. And you are going to have to work so hard to undo that, to tear that piece out of you. I hope that you guys found this video helpful. Make sure to drop a like down below. Drop a singular thumbs up in the comment section if you watched all the way through this video till the end. And I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.